Everybody, welcome to Name in Progress episode. Kevin?
Holy shit.
Oh, is it really loud?
Blew our fucking eardrums.
All right, cool. Well, that's good. At least I know the mic's working. At least I know the mic's working.
Jesus Christ.
So, episode 7, Name in Progress, with my super duper gigantic mic that I got stuck in my face so that way people can hear me. I turned the gain down a little bit. I am your host this week, Lanyard, and of course our other hosts are Whitesword and Dadakar.
Did you forget his name?
No, I'm just...
It's right there above his head.
It's right there. I can't read. So, anyways, everybody's doing good this week, I hope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, over the grief that was tearing at me in our episode of Sith Talk, did 2 videos for my uncle, so I got 2 videos. Hopefully completely out of my systems. Yeah. Well, taking a little bit of key from some of the stuff you've done in the past and your video editing. I'm trying to learn to use that Adobe program that I've got, and I strung together a couple dozen pictures that my family members shared on Facebook after he passed. And,
cool.
I threw some copywritten music behind the first one, and got flagged. So I went and found some free music that was sad and that worked, and made a second video of me not blubbering like a retard. Because, I tell everybody it's okay to grieve, but I wanted to do something for my family and be respectful about it, so cool. I had to do a second video.
Well, that's good. So it looks like we're getting quite a few downloads.
Yeah.
What's we still in the 15 millions of downloads? Is that where we're at now?
I wish we were. We actually, it's like,
holy shit,
blown my mind. Now we were somewhere around 150 downloads when I checked earlier today.
Cool.
Between our RSSs, those being our subscribers from various, spots where they pick up our stream,
right.
And then of course the Ren downloader. So we are getting a good foothold. Not quite up to Sith Talk standards just yet, but I'm sure that being that we're a multi-genre podcast now, we'll be able to see that eventually. And even Sith Talk, we're nearing 1,000 downloads off of the last episode we uploaded. So
we did lose one spot. I got a warning because I was posting the show on Reddit, and I got a message from the moderator the other day telling me that I am not allowed to post this type of material on /gaming, which is fucking stupid because I can post a picture of my girlfriend making me a cake that looks like a gaming sock, and it'll get 1,000 upvotes. But I understand they got to control it so people aren't posting fucking odd videos.
You can, I think, post it under /games because they talk. /games allows for.
No, that's where I was posting it, and I got.
Then it must be /gaming because one of them allows for the upload of video game reviews and video game commentators.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go change it over there to there.
Well, that's cool. That'll be helpful on Reddit. So. Cool. So that's good. Yeah, I saw that we're not getting as many on the YouTube, but that's understandable. I understand it's an hour and a half, hour plus show to sit down and watch, and a lot of people have better things to do than sit and watch our faces.
A lot of people just listen to it. I know.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
There's a couple podcasts that I just listen to on YouTube too.
Yeah. But there's going to be less people watching it, listening to it on YouTube as there would be for the podcast, Podomatic download iTunes. We have it on iTunes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I went to a tabletop gaming thing today, which is why I'm a little late getting into the show, with a bunch of friends, and I told them about our and of course they're all gamers online as well, so I told them about our webcast podcast. And so they wrote that down, and one of the guys sounds like he'd be interested in listening to it, and everybody else is like, I'll check it out, So, so there's, a little more. So if you're out there and you've got friends and you enjoy our show, and you think that they might enjoy the show, please pass it on. Tell them give them the links. If they don't want to watch the YouTube video, there's, download it through iTunes. They can listen to it when they want, or it's on the Podomatic site as well under Name in Progress. So
Name in Progress 1, I think, is the
is it
URL.
Name in Progress 1? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I registered the Gmail account, which is what gives us our basic YouTube or our pod name, for some odd reason, Name in Progress was initially taken, so we actually are Name in Progress 1.podomatic.com.
That works.
I'm just
cool.
surprised. It's a common name. It's the internet.
Sure.
Everything's taken.
Yeah, right? Tell me about it. Spend an hour and a half looking for a name on SWTOR. Anyway, so I guess we can get right into it. Kevin, what did you do this week as far as gaming or general stuff?
Not much, man. Well, no, that's not true. I would say that, but it's not true. I played a lot of WoW this weekend, played a bunch of Minecraft, and I got to that point in WoW that I always get to, and I fuck myself because I start doing dailies. And this is why I don't do dailies, because every time I get into it, they will burn me out in the game, because it's like, okay, you want to do this, do the daily, that's fine. So I started doing the dailies for the cooking stuff, because I wanted to get my cooking up. Oh, that's not just it. Not only do you have to get rep with the main faction, which is called the Tillers, then you have to get rep for each individual person in the fucking Tillers.
Wow.
And they give you like a they kind of gave you player housing, but by giving you this farm in Pandera, and with that farm you can build up your farm, and you can grow things, and you can grow almost anything. You can grow your mats for ore, cloth, enchanting, all that. Yeah, the plant goes down.
Man, that
and
must
pulls
take some
up.
seriously long time to grow ore.
Takes 24 hours.
That's some fast-growing gold.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the problem, is that because the materials are so easily gotten now that they are super fucking cheap on the auction house to just buy shit. But
so yes, Dat, it's Farmville.
Yeah, basically they put in farm. I mean, it's not like they haven't stuck stuff in before. They're stuck in Plants vs. Zombies.
Right.
Farmville,
Pokemon.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around the idea of not having to search for your ore so much as just planting a garden ore.
Yeah, but you don't get a lot of ore from it. I mean, it's not like it's truckloads, and it takes 24 hours to grow.
It's just such an odd thing to put into the game.
It takes less
time.
It
doesn't matter. It's a stupid thing to put in the game, because you can get as much ore as you want just flying around and picking it up.
It takes
and
less
that was
time
half
for
the
shit to
fun
spawn.
of having a flying mount, or a riding mount. You were riding around and getting shit. And
it takes less time for it to respawn.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just saying you're making it sound like it's a bigger deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's just plant.
I'm not saying it's a big deal. I'm just saying it's a real strange deal.
Well, they got to put something in there.
They're running out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's odd. I mean, it's stupid. The one thing that they always do with these games, they always have that one fucking material that you can never trade with nobody until like way later. By then, you got so much of it, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because one of the things you can grow are the moats, the new moats they put in, and like 10 of those makes one like it did in the old days. So just doing a lot of that, and I'm just like, God damn it!
Moat of air, moat of fire.
Well, yeah, moat of fire.
Okay. You can grow those.
Yeah, you can grow moats of harm.
I actually kind of enjoyed farming those.
Well, what made them great about farming the back of the day was you would take a weapon that you just got and you needed to level up, because remember, you forgot that you had to level up the weapons.
You had to level up weapons, yeah.
Yeah, so you would just go to like fucking somewhere and just sit there and beat the shit out of something.
You know what I enjoyed leveling up was my hand-to-hand combat.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
I just love that shit.
Just
somebody.
But they took it out. They took it out of the game because people didn't like leveling it up. And I remember I got a weapon in Extremis, and the guy's like, "Can you use this?" And I'm like, "I can. I just don't have any hit points. So experience." And,
but that was great. I'd always loved getting into I loved getting into raids and sit there and just leveling up my weapons and be like, "Sorry, it's only 6 and I need it to be 400. We'll be here a while." It's
miss, dodge, dodge, miss.
Okay, so I did that on my mage. I don't use one. I think I leveled up my staff just beating on shit.
I had a sword on my mage, so.
Oh, I had daggers and swords too.
It had intellect.
Yeah, of course. You want the intellect and the spell power.
And it looked
so
cool.
As of right now, I am. Well, as of like 6 hours ago, I am in a weird low. Was like I was playing Minecraft. I was so bored in Minecraft that I do this thing I do all the time when I really get bored. I build a big house and I build everything around it, and then I just start digging a big hole down for no apparent reason. I just cut a big
The
circle
only thing
out.
I did in Minecraft was dug a hole.
Yeah, and I do it
and
just
buried
because
my
I'm
character
bored.
in it.
But now I've got Sims Online. I just picked that up today.
Did you pick up Sims? I looked at it, but I was like, no, I'm not getting into Sims again. No.
No, he's talking about SimCity.
SimCity.
SimCity. Okay.
The one you bought. I'm sitting like, what? You just bought it.
No, I thought you meant The Sims, as in like
Sims.
the babysitting full-grown adults that can't.
Oh yeah.
Pee themselves.
I'll tell you what. One of my favorite multiplayer online games was a game called Sims Online. I played a fat bastard, which is this redneck guy who was bald and he wore no shirt, and he would go to people's houses and you could eat their food and you'd buy and they'd let you move in. I would move in and be like there for a little bit. Total troll the fucking place, because then
you'd be that horrible roommate.
I'd put a big safe on my door so they couldn't get in, and then I would eat all the food. It was the dumbest multiplayer game ever, but it was so much fun.
For trolls.
But so I just got done with the tutorial right before we started recording of the new SimCity, and we're going to talk about all the shit that's.
Feel free to gift it to me.
No.
$60? Yeah, you go to your own Freddy's and get it. I tell you what, though, man, it's actually a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's going to be one of those games where you're going to burn out on it quick. But
actually, before buying it, I went to the local GameStar and I bought SimCity 3000.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was like,
the last SimCity I played was like SimCity.
I'll gift you this one, Dad.
The original SimCity. So that's why I was like, I don't know about buying this, and I picked it up. And I guess we're going to talk about it later, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, the last Sim game I ever played was Sim Ant on the Nintendo.
Oh, fuck.
That was the last Sim game I ever played.
And that was a SimCity of sorts.
Well, no, that's not true. Dad, we were really guilty of the Sim thing when we all played fucking Farmville like a motherfucker. You had the beer, the brewery, and I had the flowers, and Pseudo had the. Oh god, I actually loaded that up the other day because I was gonna make a goof video about
Let's Play.
About Let's Play Farm. I literally got in and my mind went into plant farm, remove farm. What am I doing? No, block. I cannot play this game.
Yeah, I got to somewhere around like a level 80 or 90 and had an Uber farm, and that's when they introduced all these sub farms. Like, you could have a farm in Ireland. And I was like, oh, this. Yeah, what is this shit?
I think we all stopped really playing after they added in all that where you can make your own beer and stuff.
Well, I thought that was cool because you basically use it as fuel, but I didn't like
good beer.
Well, you need that tractor, man. That clicking fucking one thing at a time sucks.
Yeah. But I had it to where, I had the biggest farm I possibly could because of the fact that I had everybody on my friends list doing it. And I mean, it was okay, but I played it because I couldn't play anything else. Like, I was like, oh, I'll just play Farmville. I didn't feel like playing anything else. Mm-hmm. And once I got out of that mode, I'm glad to have blocked that program.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally was like trying to play it. I forgot that I had blocked. I was like, why the fuck? Oh, my internet just died out too. I hope I didn't disappear.
No, not yet.
Anyway, so I just got done with the tutorial on SimCity, and I'm literally waiting for us to hurry up and get done with this fucking show, so I can go play.
I'll be on there. We have to get into the same region or area or whatever it's called. I made a name in progress region. Now I don't know whether I set it up right or not for like other people to join, because I know that there was a way to it's open or it's a private invite. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave it open and then just have random Joe Schmoes come in, or make it a private invite and have name in progress people come in, or what. I did get the 16 city one, so it's big enough to where there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
And then I saw that you had and I know you have only gotten past the tutorial, but then when you go to set up your region, you can join a region which somebody's already set up.
I tried joining a bunch of regions. I could never figure out how to join.
What server are you on? West 4?
West 4, I think.
Phew, we're on the same server. Okay, cool.
It doesn't matter. I'll just delete my thing. I don't care. I literally just started planting roads.
And then, should we talk about this later, or should we talk about this now?
Yeah. Anyway, so I just finished the tutorial, and that's going to probably be sucking up a lot of my time now, because literally I have been getting into that point where I've been looking for something to play, because I've been literally just sitting back here in my fucking chair, just like, click, 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 playing my healer, or I can just use my, and I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I just sitting here doing nothing? And like I was saying to you last time, I've really been getting into my photography stuff. I've been trying to do that more. So basically, that's my week, just doing that and playing fucking tons of Minecraft and just get to that point with WoW. It's where, it's like I was telling you, Dad, the biggest thing is about it is the social thing is that I end up getting into that zone mode where I zone out and I'll have fucking, I'll have the Doctor up here playing, which I finally got to that new companion. I still, whatever. Everybody's all like, give her a chance, give her a chance. She's okay. She's kind of annoying. She complains a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Other than that, just watching tons of fucking Doctor Who. And my coworker just let me borrow the first season of Game of Thrones. So. Somebody said this is supposed to be good.
Yeah. Lisa tried to get me into that, and I think she started up the first episode, and I was like, I just. I mean, it was like watching the first. I think it was the first episode. There was like this girl in the forest, and she was kind of creepy, and there was like chopping up people's heads. And,
oh shit!
But I was like,
I'm watching The Walking Dead. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, I couldn't get into it. I was just like, it kind of reminds me of a really. And again, it's only one episode. I really wasn't there to watch the show. I was there to fix her computer and get the fuck out of the house. But and it reminded me kind of like of a second grade version of Lord of the Rings. I mean, it was just
I heard it's a lot of boobs and a lot of killing.
Yeah, there's supposed to be lesbian scenes and everything else. Yeah. So I don't know.
I guess there's another one that's all like dicks, like Spartacus or something. That maybe more be up your alley.
Well, no, Spartacus had a ton of nudity too, but I mean. It's just I think I felt like the story in Spartacus was a little bit better.
Yeah.
The acting was a little. I mean, but it's even Spartacus was a bunch of B-listers at best. Yeah. It had what was it, the chick that used to play Xena, Princess Warrior, in it, and some other douchebag that was like a second banana in another series. Not that he was a bad actor.
Xena's hot, but we all love her companion.
Yeah. Granted, there were some great lesbian scenes in that too, but I just think that's kind of the keynote. Like, we're going to give you a little bit of history and a little bit of fiction and a lot of nudity. That's the new keynote on
crappy
premium television.
Back at the Xena time, who was that? What was that other show that was on during Xena?
Hercules.
Hercules? Was that it?
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah.
Who became the captain of
some off. Oh yeah, it was the Roddenberry spin-off.
Yeah, it was that other show that Roddenberry made that didn't do too well.
His wife actually produced it or whatever. Yeah, Nigel.
It was weird because it was like trying to get over.
You talking about Babylon 5?
No. That was what?
How dare you? That's it. Now I've got to edit. Great, I got to remove that. Don't mention. There's two things you don't mention on this show: Babylon 5 and that stupid vampire teenager movie.
Battlefield 5 was awesome.
You don't mention Twilight, and you don't mention Babylon 5.
Why didn't you like Babylon 5?
God, it was horrible.
Dude, once they broke away from Earth and became an independent space station, that show got much better.
Too much editing.
No, man, that show was great.
No, I have to admit, I watched a fair amount of Babylon.
I watched all that shit. I love that.
I can't tell you exactly when I stopped watching it. It's just like I stopped seeing it on Sci-Fi, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah, but that's usually what ends up happening. Sci-Fi kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sci-Fi killed. No, was it Fox or was it Sci-Fi? That was Fox that killed Firefly.
Serenity. Yeah,
but then because they said, okay, here's our 13 episodes. We'll just randomly throw them in at some odd order and put it on at 9 o'clock at night on a Friday when everybody's watching. What the fuck? No wonder you killed the show.
But you know what? That show that movie did more for that show than the show itself. I never heard of the show. But at the time, I really wasn't watching a lot of TV.
You see, I didn't hear about it until it was actually off the air either. There was a friend of mine that says, well, if you like Star Trek, you should really watch this series. And I'm like, okay, well, when's it on? He's like, oh, I'll bring it in. Oh, okay. So he brings in, and he had it was before it was on DVD, so he had burned it down from one of the peer-to-peer networking. And he said, here you go, and he hands me 2 discs. I'm like, 2 shows? He's like, no, there's 13.
Yeah.
And then he kind of explained it was 13 shows, how they put it on air, and they fucked up the out of order and bad timing and whatnot, and they just canceled the series out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I put it in, and just like everybody else that first watched it, they're like, why was this show ever canceled? This is a great freaking show. And
to describe the show was when she was telling, she's like, "Oh, it's space but with cowboys." I was like,
well, that's how they
no.
described Star Trek back in the day, but it
Yeah,
really
I was
wasn't.
like, okay,
but this time
this
it really
Bebop?
is.
And when I watched it, you know what got me? The fucking intro, man. I love that fucking intro.
The song.
And yeah, literally within the first
Yeah.
one, I was like, why would they cancel? This is amazing.
This is an amazing show. Yeah, yeah. It really was. It really was. And Joss Whedon is really amazing at what he does. So, and he of course is the creator of that show. And they've toyed around with the idea of bringing it back, but they feel that if they kind of have the feeling that if they brought it back, that it would kill the allure of the show. So. Because it's been so long. If they had brought it back like right after the movie, then maybe they could have brought it on. But man, and then of course.
Speaking of Whedon, not Josh, but Will Wheaton.
Oh, I thought you said weed. I was like, wait a minute, how did we go from that to weed?
Well, we'll get to that later. Anyways, so this weekend I was goofing off on Twitter, and Will Wheaton sent out a picture of him in a horse mask going to some hockey game.
Oh man.
So he's all like, "Oh, hockey horse, whatever." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." Somebody sent him a message with them in a horse mask, and and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send him my picture of a horse mask."
Which one did you send?
Oh my fucking god!
Which one did you send?
24 straight hours, my phone blew the fuck up with fucking hundreds of retweets, fucking new followers, commenters, and I was just like, oh my god, it was actually got to a point where it's kind of funny, but then it just got annoying because my phone beep beep. Well, because I have the Zelda sound, so it was all hey.
Which horsehead picture did you send?
Here, let me.
What's the one at the Black Bear? Because I thought that one was the best.
It's the one with me on the Max.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, you have. I posted that a lot.
It was on his Facebook page.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah,
that's the one with the hat. That was the best. That one is the best.
Yeah. It's just creepy.
I like that one. I like that one, or the one outside of the Black Bear restaurant.
Oh, see, I like that one, and I like this one.
Yeah, that one's good too. Where it's like with the hoodie.
Anything with a hoodie or a hat just makes it look
cool. Yeah, or glasses.
So
no,
I sent that to him, not realizing the
Did he retweet it?
Onslaught of fucking shit that happened.
Did he retweet it? That's probably why. If he retweeted.
Oh yeah, he retweeted it.
Oh, see, you get somebody big retweet your shit.
Oh yeah, it literally within the last, as of yesterday when I was looking, it was like 221 retweets.
Wow.
It's insane. I literally just had to turn off my Twitter because it was
cool,
going
dude.
No,
That's
it's
cool.
awesome because then I'm like, oh shit! Now I got all these new followers. They're probably expecting
Will
something.
Wheaton is now knows Whitesword. That is cool. None of us can say that. Okay,
I was actually surprised you didn't say anything to me because I know you follow him and me.
I only just recently started following Will. He pissed me off during the election season.
Oh yeah, I tend to turn
because he was really
he
was really going crazy on the election stuff. But now that that's over, at least it's he's calmed down. So we can say that Will Wheaton has legitimized Whitesword by retweeting, and I've had a retweet by Felicia Day, although it didn't get me near the response. It was just a blip.
I got one from Notch once, the guy who made Minecraft.
Oh,
and that
very
didn't
cool.
That didn't happen as much. And we had a little conversation about talking about the Steve head.
Dad, you got to get out there. You got to find a celebrity that will retweet you.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get Kevin Smith.
I mean, you did have.
I would assume Whitesword's new hero.
You did have Javeth block you, so that's something.
That I did have. Javeth did block me, oddly enough.
You?
Javeth Gonzalez. I tweeted him so many times from my account and the Sith Talk account.
About the calendar?
Yeah.
About everything.
About everything.
Everything I had a problem with. I'd sit here with my iPhone, just tweet. I think I sent them like 30 tweets in 2 days.
Did you get a message saying he blocked you?
No, because if you go to his stream, you can't see any of my tweets.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Absolutely nothing.
And
that's like a return to sender.
The downside about that is Sith Talk is also blocked by it, but...
No, Sith Talk isn't, however.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, wow.
I definitely... Yeah.
So there's something. There's something, right? I mean, it's...
Well, I am... Well, I'll wait till Kevin's done.
Anyway, so that's my week.
Sorry.
That's been my week, and I've been pissing like a fucking racehorse so much lately. I have been drinking so much water and so much Gatorade that it's just driving me Every 5 fucking minutes. Gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee. As soon as I get off work, I'm like, okay, I'll pee before I leave work. And then I'm sitting on the bus ride home, and I'm like, I literally stuck the key in my door. You gotta pee, motherfucker! You gotta pee now!
You can buy catheters on Amazon if you really don't want to have to do that all the time.
But you do have to empty the bag once in a while.
Well, you just leave the bottom open, and it just dribbles out on your sock, and you'll be fine.
So,
if you did that on
and if you're on the Max,
okay.
Yeah, because nobody would know the difference.
Exactly.
Everybody smells like urine on the Max.
Oh, fucking fit right in. Hell, it'd be like, oh, is that a new fragrance?
What? Is that asparagus I smell?
Is that the fragrance of fruit punch Gatorade? Because it's better than alcohol that we've been having.
Yeah, you'd have some bum licking your sock.
Okay, I'm done.
Dad?
How was your week? Following him home from the Max.
Yeah, you got some change?
Oh, shit. My week was busy. I told you before the show, I'm not entirely sure how I've managed to do as much as I do and have a full-time job. I think the complete avoidance of my family works. It frees up so much great time.
Now that he's got his own room, that helps.
Yeah, well, and
you
the
just
wife
crawled into the bed on the other
lock
side
the door and you're good to go.
Well, I'll lay with the dog because I've got one of the dogs that stays here with me, Benny. So he's over there on the bed now and just
keeping it
enjoying
warm.
the blanket I washed for him. But the wife goes, "Honey, I think Baby Doll would like to see you once in a while." Yeah.
Explain who Baby Doll is.
Baby Doll is my other dog.
Right.
Yeah, because the wife comes in for
because the wife doesn't call herself Baby Doll.
No, he's got to go conventional via Skype.
Yeah.
That's why Suda's on Skype.
From the other side of the wall.
Hey, you know what? Whatever you do to make romance into a marriage as long as mine, go for it.
Hey, baby.
Anyway, so as
let's
far
go
as
to sleep together on Skype.
I know someone who did that.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen people.
Actually, I know a couple people who've done that.
We all.
But yeah, I live stream a little bit, and anybody who does tune in for my live stream, I will apologize for the video quality. I'm finding out more and more that while the capture card is a good thing, most people who capture and live stream actually have one computer for their gaming or a gaming system.
Oh.
Then they have the capture card that incorporates the remainder of the video, which is where I'm running into an issue. I'm trying to capture and stream from the same computer, which is kind of making my bandwidth and, for that matter, my processor suffer.
Well, it's supposed to be better, too, to capture on 2 different separate hard drives. Like, I capture on my Terabyte that sits on the side.
I do, but when you live stream, it's all about the usage of the capture card, your video card, and your CPU. And because the CPU is running my game and my video card's processing the video that's coming off of that, then goes into the capture card sends the information back out in a condensed form so that all my processor has to do is send it to the stream. Unfortunately, the processor's already busting its ass playing whatever game I'm playing.
Yeah.
So is it a processor issue, or is it since you have those extra video cards, can you put another video card in your machine and run one on one and one on the other?
The video card really isn't going to help. If anything, a upgraded processor would be. The quad core is not quite up to the task, whereas an 8-core processor may be up to the task. I've been trying to get a hold of a few live streamers, and I haven't gotten any real feedback yet. Right. So,
yeah,
I don't know if they just take it as
me. Searching the forums is like.
Well, then you got to remember too. You got to think too. Like in YouTube, you get asked hundreds of times a day, "How do you do this? How do you do?" Yeah. And you can only explain to a point where you're just like, you know what?
That's what.
Fucking Google it.
And Googling doesn't do shit either.
I know, and it sucks because either I got to that point where it was every day. How do you make videos? How do you make them? It's just make them, And a lot of it came from just Googling.
Trial and error. That's
trial and error. That's trying to figure out.
Which goes to the 150 tweets a day that Kevin bitches about that end up on my Facebook.
Well, but you can turn that up. Well, I got a question from Trancer on the YouTube about what mic stand am I using for my Yeti, and instead of even answering him, I just linked him your video on making it, and he's like, yeah, I thought that's what it was. He says, I'm going to Walmart and pick one up. So
yeah, I had somebody else like, where can I buy that on Amazon? I'm like, I don't know.
Just so I can have my microphone a little bit closer to me, because my audio comes out real good
it does.
using the setup that I have. But oddly enough, it could be a little better. Shut up, Ben. You hear my dog moo in the background.
Yeah, he's passing
but I live streamed some BF3. Got a few comments. Most of the people that are, I was camping, because I'm doing a video, I didn't want to have to run around and pay attention to anything going on. So I was camping one of the boxes, and somebody, messaged me like, "Oh, that's a great hiding spot." Fuck, now they know my hiding spot.
As he comes up behind you on the other side. Hey, I see you. Pow!
Someone, I think I was on a support, so I had an unlimited supply of ammo and grenades and C4 that I was able to utilize there. So I didn't have to get down. And the only problem was when people tried to kill me, they destroyed the boxes next to me. So once that was gone, I couldn't get on there anymore. But I did that. I did a little bit of Trials Evolution, which is basically a motocross game.
Yeah.
Really kind of a cool game. I do and I don't like.
A lot of cool maps for it.
Oh, he's fine. He's barely picking up.
All right. Well, he's just back there and he's driving me nuts.
He's whining.
Right back.
But I did live stream the Trials Evolution. The quality on that one wasn't too bad. The one thing I do like about Trials is Trials has the ability to upload your videos straight to YouTube from your computer and shit. Yeah, mute your mic there, Dingleberry. There we go. So, while Kevin's going and getting his pizza delivery, the Trials Evolution is a lot of fun. The downside-ish to it is that it's kind of a side view game, but it has 3D mapping. The physics are kind of interesting because they're very ragdoll. So if you take a jump the wrong way, you'll end up hung. You may not be able to, pull yourself out of it. Yeah. And if you wreck, it's just like, right into the ground. But it's a really cool game.
Yeah.
And it was like $20 on Steam. So I did a Let's Play video for it, and then I live streamed a bit of it. Live streamed some SWOTOR. Unfortunately, once again, the quality was meh, and I couldn't get into anything cool, so I just got pissed off and like, well, fuck it, I'm not streaming this anymore. Yeah. But I'm keeping up on my challenge to try to get to 30 days.
What do you want?
Although YouTube doesn't keep me too far up. I think I'm at like 17 or 18 now.
Right on.
But this week, I did a video for Beat Hazard, which I got in the Humble Bundle. And when I recorded the video, it doesn't really do the game the justice that it deserves, because while I'm playing the game, shit's going off everywhere. I mean, you thought some of my other video games with the music were crazy as far as the lighting and shit. This one is a non-stop barrage that would give a non-epileptic a fucking seizure.
Wow.
It's just, and it's a lot of fun. My nephew's having fun with it. He's been using the bass music that comes on the game. He was playing through it on easy mode, and it's almost beaten every song on the list for the starter list, and then he's going to go play through it on the next level. So he's been having a lot of fun with that one too. Did post a video on YouTube. Then I did a video last night for Snuggle Truck.
Gotta see that. I just love the name of that.
And it just to prove that I am not a Mr. Hardcore and sometimes don't even play games prior to uploading the video. I did play Snuggle Truck before, but I had to reinstall everything, and there was no like local game save for it.
Right.
So there was no ability for me to, get through the tutorial. So I had to record the tutorial, and I think it was the first 3 or 4 maps of Snuggle Truck, just so that I could give everyone a good feel for it. But it's a lot of fun. I did enjoy that, and I do enjoy the music. The random screaming of the stuffed animals in your truck is hilarious. Yeah, if you hit a bump too high, then you hear rescue the fuzzy, and you gotta back up or speed up to catch up to wherever this fuzzball had flown. So I had that. I played Lucid, which I told you guys was one of the puzzle games my wife and I had gotten through Steam gifts, which is a ton. Well, okay, I think it was I got it and my wife didn't, or something like that. But it's been a lot of fun playing that one, because it's not your basic Foursquare. Every puzzle, unlike normal Foursquare puzzles like Bejeweled or some of the other ones out there, you actually have to use a single contiguous line to be able to disperse the bubbles. So if you end up with a set that is ginormous, but you can't figure out how to make a single line all the way through it, you can't get rid of them, and you can pretty much screw your night up. I featured a web-based game or a browser-based game called Offensive Combat this week. Offensive Combat is kind of a first-person shooter, but it's the one I told you could beat people with sausages. There's a melee weapon. It's a bong, which Mr. Washington would have liked to hear, but he's away from the keep. but it's a really basic shooter. It has a lot of customization. I logged into it, and oddly enough, there was a guy playing Capture the Flag by himself. So when I showed up and then trounced him,
he wasn't happy about it.
Pissed off. Well, I log into the game, and I'm like, oh, wow, hey, guys, this is offensive combat. Looks like it's a little bit of CTF. This side's down. Let's go see if I can help this out. And I run up on the guy, and the first run, he kills me.
Okay.
And so it's 4-zip out of a 5 capture game.
Oh, wow.
And I see him coming down. He's not thinking anything of it. I run up, kill him, run over, grab the flag, start running back, capture it, start running back over to his base, and I check the scoreboard, and sure enough, it's just me and another guy.
Wow.
So your flag's been captured, and I run back, and I'm like, oh, he's taking the same path. Reclaim my flag, capture his. Luckily for him, the time ran out, so he didn't end up being a total loser.
Wow. Still.
But it was a lot of fun to play offensive combat because I think I talked to you last episode about 1, 2, 3, drop that beat like an ugly baby.
Yeah.
I actually got in and played it. Forgot how much fun it was just following through the world while listening to music. Unfortunately, it's a music-based game, so I got flagged for that one too. But it was a lot of fun to play that one. Not a great score, but whatever.
Yeah.
The one problem I take that back. The Drop That Beat Drop That Beat was not one of the ones I got flagged for because Drop That Beat, which is supposed to allow you to incorporate your own music, was fudged up on me. So I just used bass music. Not that the nerdcore stuff that they had in there wasn't good. I just like playing to my own music.
Yeah.
I also did a video for Rush, which is a basic puzzler. With Rush, you have to set up the map so that the cubes that are spawning end up in their home, and every map is slightly different. You have directional arrows that change the direction that the cube is floating, and I played that for a couple rounds, and then I think Edge was the other one, and Edge is pretty much the same deal. You're navigating blocks to the end of the puzzle by triggering switches and doing little oddball jumps, and not really jumps, you're rolling the entire time. Which I think is funny because you're rolling a cube. So, you have to have force going to roll up walls and stuff like that. So I was happy to do that video. I played a lot of BF3 the last couple of days. I'm really, really, really looking forward to the end game expansion that's going to be out on the 12th.
Cool.
So Tuesday I'll be excited to be downloading and playing the living shit out of that.
Sweet.
I do need to record a new hate machine. I'm struggling on which 2 topics I'm going to go with. As of late, I've been gravitating towards the idea of the FCC or the trade right infringements that's supposedly happening on YouTube. Because, I don't make any money on my channel, so when I post these videos, I'm using music that I've either bought or downloaded directly from the artist.
Right.
And, they say, here's your music, you can listen to it, you can use it for private use. And to me, private use is in my video game views. Or my video game video.
Yeah, but that would also mean that you can't show it to anybody.
Right, but I don't. To me, private use is something like, oh, well, here's something you can use in your project. Just like like royalty-free music.
Yeah.
Where the normal exclusion is if you're going to use it for profit.
Right.
Which I don't make any money off of it. I don't make mixtapes.
Right.
I don't publish any of it other than inside the video.
Right.
And I make sure to give everybody firm credit.
Right.
So I don't see what's wrong with it. Like I told you at the start of the show, I made that video for my uncle.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I need to think of music that's more sorrowful, something about loss or mourning, and I went and I found.
That's why I like free to play. You just type those keywords in and.
Yeah. Well, I did that for the second video. I found some music that I liked, but for the first video, I chose a few decent songs. Mad World, I think, was one of them because I can't I really enjoy that song. Trying to find it here. Hear You Me by Jimmy World. I use Third Eye Blinds. The background, trains when I look at the sky, and the Michael Andrews Mad World. I use those 4 in there because they were really fitting for how I felt, how upset I was and how I felt for the family. So I thought those would be great songs. Hey, there he is.
Would you count that out and change? Would you buy that with pennies? What the hell? What took you so damn long?
Well,
Were you making out with the delivery girl or what?
Yeah.
Okay. At least you got a tip, or did you give her the tip? Oh, waka waka waka.
Her the tip.
Giggity.
But no, I had fun making all the videos. Like I said, I was real weirded out though, because when it came to the video game videos, I didn't think I played some of them as long as I did. Yep. You know, I'm there for like 10, 15 minutes playing the games, and I'm like, didn't feel like that long, you know.
Yeah.
But definitely some games that people should check out.
Snuggle Truck.
He talked about yeah, he played Snuggle Truck.
Beat Desert, Lucid, Offensive Combat, which by the way has an interesting melee weapon there for you, Kev. There's a bong. I can't remember what.
Why would I care about that?
Yeah. What?
It's just fun to beat people with a bong, knock them senseless.
For tobacco use only.
Indeed. I could do it for another cigarette. But no, I'm right now really. I think my biggest stress reliever game is Battlefield, just because it's so much fun to just get in there and pwn. And I've had some great scores lately. I've had some reasonable teammates. If anybody plays on PC, look up the UROC servers. I'm normally on the UROC
Narshada.
He keeps wanting to say Narshada.
No, it's really.
He almost said that last week too.
The Narshada.
Where have I heard Narshada?
The Narshada canals, hardcore, and what's the other one? Extreme. Hardcore is a really good mode for them, because basically if you misfire and shoot your teammate and kill him, he can exact revenge on you by killing you in game, or he can have you killed by the admin.
Kind of like tanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We can't have a show without talking about tanks.
Yeah,
which I really only played a little bit this week.
I didn't play it once.
Yeah, I was tempted to log in. Oh, that was the other thing. Lanyard, last week or on one of the shows we were talking, or after one of the shows we were talking about one of the books I was listening to, and I know Kevin loves hearing about my books, but
no, it's good. Books is part of the show.
Yeah, books.
I didn't say anything. Why are you giving me shit?
Because it's you. Trying to find my fucking library is just pissing me off. Oh wait, the back button. I listened to Genghis Khan and the Making of the Modern World.
Yeah, that was the one you were talking about.
By Jack Weatherford. And dude, I'm so happy with that book.
He's learning how to take over the world, Kevin. Shut up.
Well, the cool thing about
Genghis Khan at one time ruled more landmass than any other nation has ever ruled over. Do you know that?
And he also took over. He also took out some of what were considered to be the greatest warriors ever. The Crusade, the Knights Templar, the Muslim Raiders, as well as the samurais in Japan.
Yep.
Which is fucking awesome.
And I believe he's also the only ones that ever actually successfully invaded the Russian territories.
Yeah, and oddly enough, what I think is cool is we think of ourselves now as being in a free world, where we're in America and we accept people and everything.
It's America.
Literally, like, Genghis ruled that empire with little more than a handful of basicary laws.
Yeah.
Even the countries that he took over.
Do what I tell you to or die. It's simple.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just, you were supposed to respect the other people. There was no warring over religion. There was no warring over monies. Every time he took over a country, if the people that were in that country just said, it's cool, we'll listen to you, then you got to live, you got a share of the plunder, you got your own piece of land, and in some cases, even he would take orphaned children and bring them into his family.
He killed and murdered billions and thousands of people, but he took in little orphans, so he's a cool dude. Let's stick him on a fucking backpack and a patch and call him off.
Kevin, you need to listen to this book. You need to listen to this book, because in reality, he didn't actually murder as many people as we were taught in school.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler did more damage than he did.
And actually, the last ruling Khan, which was a
Khan!
That was coming. I knew that was coming. Can't teach nerds without hearing that scream. You fuckers. But the last ruling Khan was actually the one that ended up having his legacy stuck to Genghis. And he actually, the last Khan before his fall was actually the one that went in and would literally destroy entire continents because he just didn't like him. But it was just a really good. It was a really good listen, I should say.
They drove into Mongolia saying, "For the Horde!"
Mokhtar!
Mokhtar!
Oh, you kids.
Trying to get it back onto gaming, that's all.
If anybody's interested in history books, that one is by far my favorite.
It's America!
It's America!
Yeah, it's America. Why are we talking about Mongols? But no, it was really cool.
They make us good restaurants.
Yeah. Because it not only does it follow the entire lineage of the Mongol of Genghis, from his childhood to his death and then beyond with his legacy, but they also talk about the stereotypes.
Got vampires or werewolves in it? Because other than that, I'm just gonna pass.
See, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Or zombies, maybe?
Ooh, zombies. Genghis zombie.
Oh, right, I'm going to take over and then adopt all your orphans.
That would be kind of a cool video game. Genghis Khan versus...
Fight!
versus Vlad the Impaler.
Well, they did the Genghis Khan versus that epic rap battle. Did you ever see that one?
No.
Oh, God, I love
Is Genghis Khan a rap artist now?
Yeah, it's Genghis Khan versus...
Genghis Combs? Is that his new name? He's gotten rid of P. Diddy?
I cannot remember
he's
his
just going
name.
with Genghis now. Genghis Combs.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was Genghis Khan versus somebody when it was really funny. Oh, it was Genghis Khan versus the Easter Bunny.
Fight!
And it was really good.
What's up?
Yeah. Look, I know we said that YouTube and all that we weren't going to do it. You got to watch that video. It's so
No,
fun.
you're going to fuck up my shit.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do
Okay.
it. We're not going to do YouTube. I'm just saying you should watch the video. Sorry,
I will write that down and watch that after I get done building my city.
Well, that's why
it's got 26 million views. No one needs to watch it.
Yes, they need to watch it again. Such a... you two haven't seen it, so that's 2 more views.
Yep, 26 million and 2.
Yep. Anyway,
I do have to admit the epic rap battles guys are really good at what they do.
I don't know, man. I think it kind of... After the Bill Gates one, I didn't really care for the other ones. Yes, Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs. That one I really like.
I think Bill won because I think Steve's dead.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think he lost to Hal. Yeah, you'd have to watch it. And then my other favorite one is
to Hal?
Hal guy.
Hal, as in the red dot Hal from 2001?
As in the blue dot, yeah. Or the red dot, yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch it
It's
to
not much of
find
a
out.
rap. It's awful slow.
And the other good one I like is the...
Good morning, Dave.
Is the one with the ShamWow guy. Billy Mays versus
Isn't he in prison?
somebody.
Or he died too, right?
Yeah.
Is he in prison or dead? I forgot. I know,
Well, he dies in the middle of the video too. So.
Well, I know that the other guy, Billy Mays.
He's dead.
Billy Mays isn't the ShamWow guy. The ShamWow guy is the blonde, annoying guy.
Yeah.
Billy Mays got hit in the head with luggage and died, which kind of sucks.
No, he died of an overdose of crack.
No, he didn't. He died.
Yes, he did. Go look it up on fucking Wikipedia. They knew he was doing drugs, and they said it was for an overdose.
So my week.
Is that how you just cut me off? Hey, now I'm gonna go look it up. Talk about your week.
If you're done, Dad.
Yeah, I'm good. You guys ruined an intellectual conversation. God forbid I talk to any intellect.
Con!
Yeah, it's boring. Okay, sure.
Yep.
Captain ADD.
So my week entailed SWTOR. I actually...
He died of... Oh, hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, please.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to find out.
Okay.
I was reading it, and it said OxyClean in my head. I struck that as OxyClean.
Was he snorting OxyClean?
He might have been snorting
that would clean your head out pretty quick. Anyway, so SWTOR. I did SWTOR. I got Narconia up to level... I want to say 20. I can't remember.
Okay, he died from hitting in the head with the luggage.
There you go.
Sorry. This seems so stupid.
Well, it was it's one of those things where it hit him in the head just right, and it caused an aneurysm. And anyway, so I got Narconia up to about level 20.
Oh, here we go. According to the toxicological report on August 7th of 2009, the heart disease was primary cause of death, and cocaine was listening to the contributions of death. So it was his heart and cocaine. Go ahead, sir. Now we know about Billy Mays dying. Cocaine and head injury.
Cocaine and Samsonite.
Yeah.
That Samsonite will do it every time. Anyway, that was SWTOR. I went and played. That's all I've been doing this week, actually. Believe it or not, I'm back into SWTOR big time. Now that I don't have to. Well, it's the lower levels. I would like to play the higher levels again, but I just feel like I've done everything I need to do. I mean, granted, I haven't done the raids and I haven't done all the new, hard modes and stuff, but it just, I don't know. It feels like, okay, meh, I'm there. I did get, was able to get Lanyard's stuff transferred out, so he's got his gear in his new outfit, so he's no longer wearing the blue and white because everybody's wearing the blue and white. So I'm wearing the gray outfit now, and it looks really cool. I got Narconia. I threw a whole bunch of. I was gonna. Okay, this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna go through and take Suiza and run through Coruscant and get a whole shit ton of Coruscant map badges, and then buy the inserts and then send them to Narconia, so she'd have upgraded inserts already. And I was I was calculating the time that it would take to do that, and I was like, this is fucking gonna take forever. So. I was like, I wonder if they got anything decent on the auction house. I mean, Narconia had like 300K on her. So I was like, I'll just go to the auction house. Yeah, that's it. I mean, not anymore. But I went to the auction house, and they had, and of course I clicked on the blue, so I figured, well, I'll get the blue at her level. And epics started showing up, purples. And I was like, so and they were all cheap. They were like, 2,500 for purple inserts for level 11 and 13. So I bought all that shit, threw it in her stuff, and now she's crazy. She's tearing shit up, which is awesome. I also played a bunch of WoW. I got the trial account because I'm still not willing to pay for another game, and of course it's been 2 years since I've actually played WoW. And so I wanted to jump in there and see what it was like, how it's changed, blah, blah, blah. Now, I admit, the lower levels, I mean, I made a Blood Elf, Suiza, because it is the first Suiza I've ever had on World of Warcraft. Made a Blood Elf Paladin, so it's a Paladin, which I have never played a Paladin. So I made a Paladin and made her a tank. And I've never played a tank on WoW, so there's two new things for me. And I got through all of the whatever the Blood Elf area is, and then into the Ghostlands, and I'm working on the Tranquillian quests, and it's a lot of fun. It still is a lot of fun, at least in those low levels. It's a little disturbing that when I hit a level, I just get an ability, and I don't have to set any talent points. I got my first talent point, I guess you could say, where you pick your first. Oh,
your specialty.
Yeah, specialties. So I mean, it was okay. So my first one on a Paladin was you hit something, and for 8 seconds you have a 50% speed boost.
Yeah.
The second one is
long arm of the arm. Yeah. Long arm of the law.
Right, and then the second one is.
I don't know why I remember that.
I don't either. That's impressive. I don't even think you have a Paladin, do you?
Yeah, I got Rusty.
Oh, that's right. You have Rusty. So, and then the second one on that line is like 15% boost and something else, and then there's another one where it's like 10% boost all the time. And I was like, that's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's Pursuit of Justice. You gain 50% movement speed at all time, plus an additional 5 movement speed for each current charge of holy power.
Right.
Up to 3.
Right.
And the other one is light speed. Increase your movement speed by 70% for 8 seconds.
Right. So I got the third one on the list. So the very far
Pursuit of Justice.
Pursuit of Justice, which is all the time, and then some other thing. because I didn't want to have another.
Does that still affect your mounted speed?
Yeah, it increases the mountain speed. It increases it.
Oh, it does increase your mount speed too? Nice.
Yeah, because one thing that you won't notice that I know this is your first Paladin, they used to actually have a button that you would turn. Well, they removed that button. It's just all the time now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
everybody thought it was unfair. At one point, people were bitching it was unfair that Paladins could actually get like a 110 mount and it went at a 120 speed. It was actually pretty funny.
Well, no, they still get that. It's just you don't have to click. They got rid of all those auras. Now there's just a healing, DPS, and tanking aura.
Cool.
Well, I'm just saying that's one of the things they used to bitch about.
Well, that's like when they bitched about druids being able to fly and pick up nodes and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's hilarious.
I love,
So, and that's another thing. There's a little that aura. I guess it is. I guess in battle stance is what I.
Yeah, that's what I call them too. Battle stances.
Now, is there going to be any others that I get to choose, or is that button just going to be there all the time?
You will just stick with the main one.
So why is it even on my screen? If it's on all the time anyway, I mean, why would I?
Well, because you could switch it sometimes if you need to switch it on the run. If you'll stay into protection, the tank one. Because it
okay, so in the future I'll get other options.
It increases your defense and all that stuff, but sometimes you might want to swap to the healer or the retribution one, whatever.
Okay, so in the future I will get other options to do that.
There's only three.
If I open my account,
the holy, the protection, and the retribution.
Okay. I was going to say, because if it's on all the time and I'm never going to turn it off, kind of like Sprint and SWTOR, why have it on my button pad? Just turn it on and leave it off.
Yeah, you'll never turn it off once you choose one.
Yeah. So but it's been fun. I mean, what was really cool was with all the decked out gear that I have, because not decked out gear. Sorry, wrong game. With I've got fairly decent gear for her. Whatever drops and rewards. I haven't gone to auction house or anything, and nobody's made me anything fancy. So I've got whatever just comes.
Well, it's not like we can trade with you.
What comes off normally.
Yeah.
And then I got some type of a reward during one of the quests. It was a potion that increased my damage by 12% and increased my size, so I was taller. I was about the same size as like a regular a night elf.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, a little taller. So I had that on. I mean, I had drank that, so that was it lasts like 10 minutes or something like that. I was out farming some stuff. And Knucklehead, or Knuckle Rot, or whatever his name is, because you have to kill Knuckle Rot and Lurzer.
Oh, yeah, the guys to get your
the big guys. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And so and I'm at this point I was level 15 or 18. So they're level 20. They're level 21. So it's supposed to be a team thing, And I remember these guys always kicking my ass, no matter what. It was always kicking my ass. So I'd always have to get a team or wait until I was way above them. So he comes alongside of me, and I'm trying to ignore him, just trying to stay out of his aggro, because I knew that I was only level 18. This guy's 3 levels above. He's going to kick my ass. I mean, he's got 3 times the amount of hit points that I do.
Yeah.
And he attacked me, right? So, of course, I'm trying to save my ass. And, of course, she's Paladin. I forgot. I'm a fucking Paladin. I am goddamn invincible. So,
that's really my Paladin really is only just to go do things that I could never do on any character.
I soloed the shit out of him. I just dropped him down, boom, boom. I'd get down a little bit of low heal myself up. And bam, 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 heal myself up. Bam, 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 heal myself up. I was like, I forgot. I'm a Paladin. I don't fucking need anybody. I am fucking invincible. The only thing I'm missing is my bubble. My bubble of permanent impenetrability or whatever it's called. And so I soloed him, and then so I was like, okay, cool. So I went out and found Lurzan, knocked his ass out. I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta get out of here. Let me head off to. So I was thinking about just going ahead and taking her straight over to, say, I don't know, the Burning Crusade area. She's ready. She's 20, 19, 20. She's ready to go.
Fit right in there with all the DKs coming out.
She'll just wipe everybody out. So
that's the part about leveling in WoW. It's like, okay, so the first 60 levels is going to be okay. You're going to get people who are actually wanting to play the game, who are actually understand their class. I mean, you're going to have the one asshole. It's usually going to be the super asshole healer who's decked out all in BOAs and is pissed that they're not pulling up. So he's pulling everybody in fucking lower Blacklock Spire. Heal fast, go faster, I can heal you more and more and more. But then, once you hit 60, it's DK for like 5 to 10 levels, where every fucking DK coming out of the starting zone, knowing their spec for fucking blood, their spec for Unholy or in Frost, they're all tanks.
Yep. Yep. Unholy is tank now?
No, that's what I'm saying. They just think they're tanks because they're DKs.
Because they're
they
DKs.
can push the tank button.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just fucking kids. I have no idea.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because when I leveled my DK up years ago, when it first came out, I leveled him at Unholy because I was like, okay, I'm undead, so therefore Unholy makes sense.
Well, back in the day, Unholy, all 3 specs were tanking viable. Everything was about them was pure tanking.
I wasn't about tanking on him. I was just I mean, in a way, because I wouldn't like. Okay, when I brought him out, and after I killed my first in-world PvP, which happened to be a paladin that was 2 levels above me, and I was just stoked as fuck. I didn't ever do. I went in and did all the burning crusade first area, lava.
Oh, Hellfire Peninsula.
God damn, Hellfire Peninsula. And I did those, but with a group, and the tank. At that time, I think it might have been a paladin or a warrior. They would go in and grab a whole group, and of course, I was unholy, so it was just AOE the fuck,
Yeah.
And everything dies. And so then I was guild master at the time, so I was running a lot of lobies, doing a lot of candy runs for gear or just getting them through it or whatever. For whatever reason, I need help with whatever, and I'd be like, okay. And Scarlet Monastery was the best. Because that was
I know a guy who had an 80 shaman who couldn't even pull cat without the help of somebody.
Wow.
And he was fully decked out in gear.
Wow. Because I remember going to Scarlet Monastery, the actual monastery, so the church, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd go in there and I'd have them stand at the entry door and just wait. And I would go in, and I would the cathedral, and I would go down the left side of the courtyard, grab all of them, jump across the fountain, come down the right side.
There's a faster way to do it now, right?
I know. This is how I used to do it because I didn't know how to do it. So I would run all the way around and grab all of them, and I'd go up the stairs and grab everybody up there, and then as they're beating on me, I'd just message him, okay, come up to the stairs. He'd walk up the stairs. I'd just be standing there, they're kicking my ass. And then I'd open the door and run in and grab everybody in the church and then just do my fucking massive AoE, and they'd all come down in a perfect circle all around me. And then I had done that way hundreds of times, hundreds of times before someone told me, you can just go in and hit the main guy and he'll bowl everybody.
Yep.
But I enjoyed doing it the other way. I enjoyed doing it the other way because I would run, because I had the speed boots on. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun doing it that way. And the only problem was that I would, at that point, I had to turn my flies off. I don't remember what the there was flies that would buzz around you because they because they would kill everybody. Pestilence is the shit that spreads the disease. The flies were the stuff that would buzz around you, and if anybody was attacking you or even near you, they would get damage. Pestilence.
I must have changed. I don't remember that. Now I remember you got to push the button for that.
Yeah. Well, you had a ability. You would cast it, and then these little flies would buzz around you, and you had the little green fog.
Oh, gotcha.
And then, as they were attacking, it was like kind of like a shield. And if they would attack you, they got the flies on them, and they would die. So when I would do that big pull, things would be dying behind me, which is okay, except for Mr. Loby standing in the back waiting for me isn't getting the experience points. What little he was getting, he still wasn't getting them. So, but then of course they got rid of that. They got rid of, they changed a bunch of shit. They nerfed the fuck out of our AOD, Army of Dead, and which was terrible too because I had. Just before they had done that, I had almost got enough people together to go do a raid on what's the dwarf place?
Ironforge.
Oregon.
Wow, Oregon. That's it. Ironforge. I was going to do a raid with 60 DKs. And go in and just drop Army of Dead in the middle of the throne room, and then have that videoed. And I had about 45 people that wanted to do it, and then they had changed the Army of Dead, which still would have been fun. But
you could still do it.
Yeah, you could still do it, but I think they would have had a lot of people probably would have DK'd on that or DC'd on that because it would have been all that shit going on at one time. You imagine that. all the DKs casting Army of the Dead at the same time, all that fucking shit going off, it would just completely crash their freaking game.
One of my favorite videos on WoW is back in the day when you couldn't take over a town. It was literally impossible.
Right.
Because the gear was, no matter if you were the best gear in the game, the guards would always kill you no matter what.
Yeah. Kind of like now.
It would just take you forever, and plus you got negative honor points for killing the guards back then.
What was it
so
called?
There was off and off the people that didn't do it. But there's a video of, I think it's like 150 people horde take over a European Ironforge server. Like, they go in there and the horde, they just take the whole fucking thing over. They're in there for a good 10-15 minutes. Everybody gets kicked.
Right.
They come back. They're all dead. The lag, and people complain so much about them taking over Ironforge, because at the time Ironforge was the main city, not Stormwind, because Ironforge had the auction house across the bank with the mailbox right there, so it was that back and forth thing.
Right, it was an easy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the main. That's where everybody was. Plus, you introduce 150 horde who then kill everybody.
Yeah.
And so they kicked everybody off the server, killed all the horde inside the thing, and moved. But it was pretty fun. That's what got me the idea back in the day when I originally wanted to take over an Ironforge with one of my older videos.
Yeah. There was a friend of mine when I first started playing. He had been playing since early vanilla. A couple of his guildies were in beta, and which, if you think about it, that's crazy. It's
gonna be 9 years this year.
You're in beta. Wow. But their guild crashed the tram server.
Oh yeah.
They crashed the tram.
Did I ever
server.
tell you the time
when
I was in Emerald Dream, when I was on the Emerald Dream server? We took over the Horde auction houses. All the auction house. This is back when I was on this Alliance RP server, fucking best RP server at the time. I don't know about it now. It was Emerald Dream US. The Horde came in and did something to piss somebody off. So they said that if you don't apologize, we will prevent you from using the auction house.
What?
And yeah, swear to God. So they refused to apologize. So for a full day, at least as long as I was on there, we camped and took over every single Horde auction house before Cataclysm came in and added the 1,000 auction houses.
Yeah.
So that's all of us. That's like 6 fucking Alliance per auctioneer person in each city of every Horde city.
Just camping it.
Nobody was allowed to use the auction house.
Those were the good days. You know, back before they started implementing a bunch of this bullshit from the QQers and whiners. I mean, it wasn't. You know, you tell these stories about, you know, how you take over a town, or you constantly are raiding Crossroads, or, you know, you look at
Crossroads now on the other side of Kalendor, you're dead.
Yeah,
that's how bad it is now. You walk near a city, they instantly kill you now.
Or the time.
Is that on every server? I mean, is
every
that
server? Yeah. The guards are so much more powerful than they used to be, because I think people were complaining about taking over stuff.
They're like equal to 110 or something like that.
Yeah.
And
before you could sit there and fight one guard. Now he's calling super backup, and now that's 20 super guards.
It takes like half a second for them to show up. There was a guy when I was on my Suiza that was a I think it was a human of some sort, and he came in. He was all decked out, level skull. You know, I don't know. But he was decked out. You could tell he was upper level stuff. It was gear that I had never seen. And he walked into Tranquillian. He was before you got to the hill going up to the path. And one of the normal guards came out, the level 20s, and said, "Huh!" And then like threw something at him, and instantly there was like three uber duper level shit ton guards, and just like one shot him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he didn't even get to the town. He hadn't even hit anybody yet.
It's
like
so
that just takes all the fun
literally,
out of it.
like if you're in certain areas and you accidentally walk by a fucking Alliance camp, you're dead.
Yeah. Well, remember the times
and there were
where you
so
could
many times we didn't actually go and try to take over a town so much as
go in
just
and
to
harass
find
them
it
and then leave
take a look
people.
at it.
Yeah.
Or harass people and leave. You know, the good world PvPers were like for camping, or for not camping, but for taking on Crossroads. They'd come in, they'd harass people for about a half hour, and they'd get tired and they'd leave. You know, they'd move on to another town. So, I mean, okay, you can't go there for a half hour, or you go in and you fuck around, or you call in your buddies and they all come in, and it's a big fucking massive fight in Crossroads, and sometimes the lobies just sit there and watch and go, wow, you know, but you can't do that anymore. I remember the days where we could take and kite the Red Dragon from fucking...
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and you could kite them all the way to fucking Ogremire.
Yeah.
And raise hell, you know, it's just all sorts of fucking havoc going on in Ogremire because the Red Dragon's in there. And then, of course, they fixed that way early. You know, you couldn't get him 10 feet from his spawn area and he'd go back. And
there was a video where somebody kited Jaina all the way from, whatchamacallit, to Thrall back in the day.
Wow. Here's your girl. Here's your girl, Thrall.
Yeah, that was on Mal'Ganis. There's a guild that does all that. Like, they were the first guild to get world first on killing Tyrion in the ICC battle. Oh. They didn't care about getting world first and beating the thing. They just wanted to kill Tyrion.
Nice. Nice. But, you know, that's the stuff that's ruined it for me. I mean, it's still fun. It's just I remember the good times.
I will send you, in the video comment below, there's a guy who did a video. His name is Kethis. And he basically, like what we're talking about, just going over the whole, all that stuff that used to be there, which has changed and is gone.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, turned the MMO in WoW to just RP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember with Spinneret, my first tune on WoW. She was a warlock, demonology, and I was out exploring, you know, to get not the achievement because there wasn't achievements. There wasn't achievements then. You just did it.
You just did it because it was fun.
Because it was fun, because you wanted to go check stuff out. And I remember taking her up into the Blood Elf starting zone. And there's a place to the east of the where you first spawn. And there's a bunch of those purple guys, the see-through purple guys that you have for Spinneret. For the Warlock, the Voidwalker. Yeah. There's a bunch of Voidwalkers up there that you're supposed to kill as a low level, right? Well, at the time, they're different color now. Now they're pink. But they used to be that dark blue-purple that your Warlock's color is. And I used to sit inside the little, you go up the spiral, and then you jump down, and there's a little place where you could sit, and if you sit, they couldn't see you. They couldn't see your name or nothing. They couldn't see you. And then I would set my purple guy out there, just standing there next to the other ones, right? And just to see the lobies come up, because they're just firing, shooting at shit, and they'd hit that guy and he'd kill him, you know, one hit, and then he'd go back and sit in his spot, and then you'd see him come back up, and they'd like stop, and they'd kind of like walk around him, and of course he's just standing there because he hasn't been attacked, he's not attacking anybody, and so they're like, okay, so they go running off. And then I fucking have him, you know, I target him and then have him go attack, and he chases them up, and I had so much fun just fucking, and you know, you'd see him jump off the very top, just to stay away from him. I mean, I would have so much fun until somebody figured it out, and the fucking higher level rogue came in and jabbed me. But I had fun. It was that you can't do that shit no more. You know, it's like that's the stuff that I enjoyed.
And when I played, you know, it was more about, you know, just exploring. And from the sounds of things, it might hurt my explorations to be able to go and check out these other towns.
Yeah, well, that's it. You can't even get close to it.
Well, yeah, that was my when they put in that achievement for the Entitled Explorer, that was the one I wanted the most.
Yeah, I got that.
But I didn't even want the achievement. I just liked the idea of going out and checking it out because it was areas that, without creating a character, you'd never see.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing that I like too. I mean, I like Cataclysm, the fact that you can fly in the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor now. I really do. I think that's great. I think that's handy. But I miss I miss the zones that were a challenge to get into that you weren't supposed to be in. Those were fun, like getting up to the airport. You know, trying to figure out how to get to the airport back before you could.
Oh yeah, having to jump up the mountain and find the little invisible cliffs.
Yeah, then climbing on very top of the mountain and sitting up there by that little flag and the miner gear. And what was great was at that time I had Carbonite, and it would show all the red dots of enemies. And I would sit up there with my undead, and I would just sit on the mountain. And of course, I don't know why. But for some fucking reason, okay, one, you can't get up there. Well, you can, but it's a trick to get up there. And then you get up on top of the mountain where nobody's supposed to be, or anything flies over. But I'm sitting up there, and there's a fucking guard that walks up to the top of the hill and then walks back down. Why is that there? That was the stuff that I thought
There's
was cool.
also a flight path. Before, there used to be a flight path guy up there, too.
Yeah, and then if you
couldn't take him.
If you killed that flight path guy, if you killed the flight path, it was a girl. It was always a female dwarf. If you killed her, you ended up getting human flesh and a token and for the faction in Alterac Valley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the only thing. You'd kill that and you'd get all that stuff, and it's like you wait for it to spawn. You could sit there and farm her, but it would be ridiculous.
Well, and when you attack the Flight Master, though, during certain points in the game, you'd actually get attacked by the birds, which I thought was pretty fucking cool.
Which were usually pretty high level, too.
Yeah, and that was always fun, too, because I remember going to on my horde, because obviously you can't raid Crossroads, so I would always ask the server, what's the place we go to? And
Red Ridge.
Well, we didn't go to Red Ridge. We went to oh fuck.
See, we would go and take over the bridge.
We'd go to that town just south of Stormwind, not Goldshire, but the area next where the horse is, and you get the bag, and you got the Dead Mines Zone is. There's that little town
I got
right there.
Yeah. Now that's a big castles area.
Yeah, so we'd go there, and we'd attack there. And I remember and that was the first place I was able actually to kill the Flight Master and the bird. Yeah. And I was like, woohoo! And it was great too, because you could fly in, but you can't fly out.
See, that's the thing. A lot of it wasn't just about like trolling newbies. It was just about, because I will never forget. It will always be with me for that game. The first time I ever was playing Alliance, I was goofing off. I was playing a horde, and I had gone over to do Dead Mines, because back in the day you had to run your ass over those fucking places.
Yep.
Which the guy, Kethis, makes a great point in this video, talking about how when we play WoW now, we play it up here when we used to play it down here on the ground, enjoying the view. Now it's like all we see at the top of the trees and shit, because we don't even care about we don't want to fly through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But one of the things I'll never forget is going over there as a horde, when I really got back into playing WoW, was seeing a fucking dwarf hunter come at me in full that dragon tier shit. I can't remember what it's called. He had the whole helmet and he killed me.
From
I was just
Blackrock?
Wow, that's awesome.
From the Blackrock depths, no, not Blackrock, from Molten Core.
Yeah, that whole dragon set.
That was the set. That was the set that I wanted for my hunter so fucking bad, because that was the baddest ass look. Actually, there was a couple sets. There was the Dragon Slayer, and then there was there was a Dragon Killer or a Dragon something else. There was
Stalker.
Dragon Stalker. There was one that was for Clothies, and then there was one that was male, and then I think there was another one that was plate. And the one for the hunter just looked so fucking wicked bad. Yeah, I wanted that really, really, really bad. In fact,
I guess that's a lot of WoW talk.
Yeah, Ulfwin has my has not that set, but has the entire set from QA or AQ 10 or 20 and 40. He has that whole. He has that entire set on.
Yeah.
At level 80, but or not level 80. Level. It's at his level, because the guild I was with, we ran through it, and they just gave me all the shit that drops that you go in and turn in. Well, I was like, score! Because not only did I get both of those things knocked out at level, which makes, well, sort of at level. I was at level. Everybody else was 85, but it was still tough. But I was stoked, because I was decked out in the entire freaking dungeon set or raid set, which you don't see anymore. At least you don't see anybody that gets it legitimately. And technically, I didn't even get it legitimately. So, but yeah. So I did WoW, I did SWTOR, and then of course, like Kevin, today I picked up SimCity, made my first town, and the same thing I did wrong the first time I played SimCity, which was years ago when SimCity 1, the very first one, was out, was I was like, okay, well, I want my city, so these are my roads. I draw out all my roads, and then I put in my houses, which you have to zone your area for residential and for industrial and whatnot. So I zoned my areas for residential. People started moving in, and I was really low on money because I built all these fucking roads and didn't have enough money for water or power, which tends to piss them off. So instantly they're moving out. I'm in the red. I have no fucking money. Nobody's living in my town. So
I made the mistake. The first thing I built was an oil power plant. I was like, oh, I'll just build power. Oh, there went all my money.
Right. So So I had to go back through and destroy all my roads back to just a simple little square, and then had to get a loan from the government to get some money.
I would just start over.
I couldn't figure out how to start over. I mean, it's like you can't just delete it. It's there,
you know. Techno challenge.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, so, I'll figure it out too, because I think I'm going to start over too.
So then I residential. Okay, I put the residential in. Then I put a little of the shopping zone in. I forgot what that's called, but like where you put shops in. And then I put some industrial in, and then dropped my big power plant there. But it's on the same fucking area as my residential. Not happy about that either. So it's like I put a dirt road way the fuck away from them and put the power plant out there. They're okay with that. So it's like.
You gotta make sure you check the wind. Make sure the pollution
you don't want the wind
blowing
into their faces. It's actually it's a lot of fun.
I have been watching so much streams of it this last week.
You know, I've seen some of the bigger cities, and I'm like, talk about nightmare for that place. And then I wanted to set up my area as a sandbox because I wanted the ability to just kind of play. Which sandbox turns it on to where you have access already to all the buildings. Whether or not you can afford them or not is is up to is a problem. But you'd have access to all the buildings, so you don't have to have a certain amount of stuff before you can unlock these buildings. And you have a limited amount of cheats because you know how everything with Matrix or Maxis, they have some type of cheats. And so you have a limited number of cheats and access to all buildings, but you don't get achievements, and
you don't sandbox mode.
And you don't get on the leaderboard with the rest of the online community. The other upside, though, is you don't have natural disasters. So you're in the middle of everything's cool, and all of a sudden a meteorite shower destroys half your city that you've got to spend money on fixing. So, I mean, I was like, do I want the natural disasters, really? I don't know. I mean...
Yeah, my tutorial video just got... Or when I went to the tutorial,
they're like, we need to leave. That tore that whole building down, you're like, ooh, that's going to suck. So, yeah, but that's what I'm going to dick around with. And today, I went to a buddy's house, and we played the board gaming thing a little earlier than the international board gaming that they've got going on, game day that they've got going on. We had already had this set up for today. I did buy this game here. I believe it's pronounced Carcassonne.
Which basically means Sims in real life.
Yeah, you build a map and you collect cities and everything else, and you collect points that way. It was a lot of fun. I was going to play some other games, but it was time to do the show.
Sorry for boring you, Dad.
That has been my week.
You're not. I've been researching. I'm trying to remember. There was a Sims game I played on my DS for a while.
Yeah.
And it's fucking driving me nuts. I can't remember the name of it. I keep wanting to say it's Sims Societies, but it was like you built a city, you built a utopia, and you either leaned. It showed like your social meter where you were either a utopian society or you were a socialist society. So
it was straight up liberal no matter what.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah. And it was driving me nuts, so I'm trying to Google it while you guys are talking.
But I know that he's made a lot. They have made a lot of Maxis has made a lot of Sim. In fact, that's pretty much all they do. You know, they got The Sims, SimCity. I know they had a SimCopter for a while. I think they do the Sims roller coaster. They do this
Tycoon.
The roller coaster tycoon. They do Carnival Tycoon. They do. I think they have a Sims Zoo.
You can attach us the word.
If you can attach, exactly. If you attach the word Sims to it, they make it exactly, and they do really, really well. This is actually the first Sims game I have bought in years. Because
the first SimCity game I played in years.
Well, it's definitely the first SimCity. The last Sims game I had was The Sims 2.
Yeah.
And when my hard drive got completely full of downloaded stuff for the game, and I found myself, I didn't give a fuck about the lives of the people that were in the house. I just wanted to build houses because that's what I enjoyed, was building different houses, seeing how I could move things, and then I would take my house and I would upload it to the internet, and people could actually download that house and then pop it onto their town, which I thought was cool.
Which is going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to allow that with this constant online play, if they're going to be able to allow to do that.
The way that I understand it is that, if you have an area and you've got a bunch of people playing, that you're going to be interacting with their city as well. That's like
Well, that's the way it's supposed to work. So when me and you after the show well, if I don't have to go to bed right away, figure this stuff. Well, I got to work in 2 hours, so I have to take a nap.
I got to work tomorrow morning too, so because I took today off. So
it's supposed to be constantly online. So you said you picked one that's 16. That might be a little too big if we don't open it up to public.
Right.
Because what happens is we will then start working off each other. So like it gets to a point where if I need power, I can buy it from you, and then your city will send me power.
Right. And vice versa. We can help our cities out. Right.
But then there's these things that are like the super landmark things that we all work on together to build. So your city becomes specialized in, let's say, technology. Oh. Well, then you would supply all the technology for whatever this landmark thing is that we're working on.
Is that what the landmarks are?
So yeah, that's the thing. That's the kind I was
looking
they were just
for one that
like
might a statue or something.
Yeah, it's like I said. I literally only finished the tutorial right before we started the show.
Yeah. So that's cool. Well, the only thing I'm thinking about if I open it up to public is I don't want to get some nano head in there and he's
I think they're working on ways where you can kick people out once you start it, because that was one of the problems that somebody was saying.
Lock down their city and throw them out.
Well, no, you just would delete their region, I think.
Oh.
Because there's already people trolling stuff. I mean, you paid $60 to troll other people that paid $60.
That's what people do. People buy these games solely so they can troll, bitch about it, moan, and complain about the fucking game. That's all they do. That's what they do for life. There's a whole society based on that.
Okay, let's go to that. Let's talk about that. About
we wanted to talk about that. Right.
So one of the things is that you have to be constantly connected to the internet. Which I'm at this point in my life where I don't give a shit. They did that with Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 where you have to be connected all the time because of the real life auction house. I am connected to the internet 24 hours a fucking day. If I'm not on my phone, I'm on my iPad. My computer is connected to the internet 24 hours a day. Everything in my house is connected to some way or another. So this constant thing where everybody bitches about, why do I have to be connected all the time?
You are connected all the time. You have internet, connected. Unless you're on dial-up.
You're jumping to your phone to go bitch about being connected all the time, which you're connected all the time on the phone.
Yep.
We are in a society now where being connected to the internet is just so normal that it's like my friend Tariana, who gets my stuff from that place. Yeah. She just uses her phone, but
it's the pizza girl.
The pizza girl. She's the only person I know right now that's not connected to the internet 24 hours a day, besides her phone. Like when she goes home, she just goes to bed, whatever. And that's just because she just hasn't got the internet. But we're at that point now. The internet's so cheap. Computers are so fucking fast now.
My parents
from what they used to be.
My parents got internet, and finally, they've had internet, if you want to call it that, for a long time. Yeah. But they finally got Wi-Fi, and they live in the fucking boonies. They don't even get cell service out there. So
Wi-Fi just comes from your internet.
Well, they had to get a booster and stick it up on the hill and whatnot because of where they live. It's essentially, hole. So I mean, imagine living inside of a cave.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you could think of as where they live because it's surrounded by hills and anyway. So but they've got Wi-Fi. So of course now my mom's on Facebook 24/7. So it's interesting. But Dad's regretting it. But
this age where everybody's on the internet and it doesn't matter anymore.
Yep.
This bitching about why do I have to be connected? You're already fucking connected.
You're connected all the time.
You went out of your way to go bitch about being connected. I personally, yes, there should be an offline mode in case you want to play offline, but you're not gonna fucking play on offline because you want to be one of those fucking douchebags that start a town and then just troll other people. Look at me.
Yeah.
I will never get the bitching about it because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't. If the way that, from what I understand now, I could be totally wrong. Like I said, I've only done the tutorial. From what I understand, when you're not there, your town is still running.
Right.
So
hopefully it's not falling apart, but yeah.
Well, yeah. By the time you get back, you probably got to destroy and repair stuff.
There's nothing there. Nobody's living there. Place is full of crap. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I know because I want to make my trailer park town.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. I am tired of hearing about always the DMR thing because you know what? Fuck it. If you don't have the internet, why are you bitching about not being able to play games on the internet?
So, Dad, I got a question.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
Kevin had. Go ahead.
It's cool.
No, please.
What's your question?
No. Speak.
The wife just messaged me about dinner.
Oh.
The only complaint I have about games that are exclusively online, and I like playing games like Minecraft, but Minecraft is infinitely more interesting when you get a group of people playing.
Mm.
And for lack of a better terminology, even though Minecraft is newer than Sims, that's what it is. It's everybody getting together as a community or as a group and building the entire city. The problem I have is the inability to play it by yourself or offline. Now, I'm online 90% of my waking hours. That's a given. But that's just like, if you have Steam. Some Steam games have to correspond to the Steam cloud, or you can't play them. Mm. Well, when my internet goes out because Joe Blow hits a pole, or there's some kind of outage somewhere nearby, I can't play my game. I can't enjoy the $60 without getting onto the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody is on the internet. I mean, obviously, I've got my phone. I've got one phone here. I've got the other one that runs via Wi-Fi. So I'm constantly tweeting or doing something on the internet. But if I want to go in offline mode and be able to play my game, there shouldn't be a problem with that. I shouldn't be relegated to having to get on the Origin game library to get my game, then sync to the fucking cloud
have an
just so I
offline
can play
mode.
SimCity.
No, I agree. Have an offline mode. Have an offline mode. Yeah.
I'm not saying that there shouldn't be, because I think there should be, because there are those times where it's like, you know what, I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to just play by myself. Because of something like that happens. I mean, I've lost power here or lost internet because of fucking drunk people driving down TV Highway.
Right.
The option should always be there. But when people make that their main argument, like if you go to the subreddit for a while there, it was just nonstop about bitching about the DMR and stuff like that. And I guess I think we're at that point now where it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I paid $60 for this. I want to be able to play this anytime I want to. Right. Even if it's offline.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But you knew going ahead that you were buying a game that requires constant internet.
It says
and if
it right
you don't
there.
have internet,
it says it right there.
You might not be able to enjoy your $60 game.
It says persistent internet connection required to play.
Yeah.
Right.
So we know ahead of time, because that would be like everybody bitching and like, they should make an offline version of WoW. What would be the point?
There is. There's World of Warcraft. There's Warcraft.
Yeah.
By technicality.
And there's other versions of Sims that you can play that aren't online all the time.
There's also the board game Warcraft, if you really want to get into it. But it is kind of boring to play by yourself.
Oh, and for anybody who's really bored, apparently there's a Sims DS that you can play on EA's website.
There you go.
SimCityDS.EA.
But guess what? You have to be online to do it.
Facebook too.
But you have to be online to play it.
It's one of those things like, a lot of Minecraft builders, they design these immense structures and they time-lapse the video and then upload it to YouTube. Okay? If that same person wanted to they'd have to do a private server or just, log in to play the game, and they would only be able to build it while they were online. Well, whereas if someone joins your server, if it has private settings, there are ways around it to be able to do I'm not going to say player because technically it's a single creation game where there's only one influence on it. I understand that there would be ways to nominalize that issue, but the idea that you can only play a game online is kind of...
But like I said, you knew going ahead of time buying the game.
If you buy it knowing it, then don't bitch about it after buying it. Read the fucking box. It's like the idiots that buy a game and then complain it can't run on their system, or, I bought this PS2 game and it doesn't run on my PS3. Well, you knew it wasn't going to. You didn't have any guarantees. In this case, they warn you it has to be this way.
Yeah. So I actually just found an interesting fact about reverse compatibility in the PS2 for playing with the PS2. So I guess there was, this is something I didn't know. I only just found this out. Something about when they made the PS2, the reason it could play the PS1 games like it did, there was a chip that they had to use for power fluctuation or some shit like that. That was from the PS1. That just so also happened to have a bonus feature of being able to play the older games. So the reason that you don't see that now with a lot of the PS3 is because they actually lost the rights to make that chip. So that's why you don't see the reverse compatibility like you used to.
Wow.
It was a complete accident. It wasn't something that they were planning to do. It just so happened to be a bonus feature. And it makes me appreciate a little more, because before I used to be like, I would never buy a PS3 because I can't play PS2 games.
Well, I still wouldn't, but at least now I know why I
might buy a PS4, man. That's looking pretty cool until we see what the new Xbox looks like.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the new Atari.
Yeah, you can't hold your breath there. Why don't you wait for the Jaguar at the same time?
That's what it's going to be, the Jaguar 2.
I want the Steam box. I still want the Steam box.
Yeah.
I got a Steam box for you, buddy.
So yeah, that was my thing on that. I just think the constant complaining about that is just a little, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, EA, even with all the other bullshit, and I understand for all the people that start leaving hate, I understand there has been nothing but problems with this game. And I think, well, like server crashing, people literally spending 14 to 17 hours building their city, boom, disconnect from the server, game crashes, they come back, everything is gone.
Yeah.
I was watching a live stream, and this guy, he's talking shit to people and having a great time. Next thing you know, boom, everything stopped, and you just see him, and he just, oh my god, and he goes over, restarts the game, and and his screen comes back up. All that stuff he did for the last 2 hours I was watching, gone. And you just see him just shaking his head, and then he hit a hotkey, and his thing switched on XSplit to something else, and you just hear, motherfucker! And then and he's like,
oops,
okay.
Forgot to mute the mic.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, well, that's going to be it for the stream. I'm going to go eat some food, and we'll be back later. And he just disconnected. So I understand that this is a big problem, and they are working on it. And there was I was reading somewhere where EA said it's not their fault. it's the fault of the buyers. And God, and you know what? I was talking to my coworker about this,
How is it our fault?
Because the game's too much fun that we won't stop playing it.
So they don't have time to update it?
Well, no, they weren't expecting. I really think this is.
They weren't expecting the
yes, the huge
launch?
Yes, I really think.
I was actually surprised too about hearing about how big the launch was. I'm like, it's SimCity. Like,
yeah, because you remember I made that joke a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, I got into the SimCity beta. I never got in. But when I first saw the first video, I knew I kind of wanted to play it because it looked very interesting kind of game.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at a lot of the games that are coming out now, it's like, oh, we just had Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider just came out. We have all these great games. I bet you they're like, oh, okay, we're going to get our typical SimCity fans. We're going to get mom. We're going to get grandma playing. Yeah. No, they were not expecting.
A lot of these new game releases, if they're popular games, some of these games that have like a minimal following or don't know about them really well could probably expect a decent launch day and then growth after that. But you get something like SimCity or SWOTOR or EOS or ESO.
But I don't consider SimCity on the same ground.
No. Just listen. You get something that's going to have a name out there. Okay, SimCity has a name. It's been around for years. People know this game. And when it came out, they should expect a huge boom and then a drop-off, just like anything else.
But would you expect the major buttload of people that went to it right now? Last time I was on Twitch, there were 2,000 people in SimCity channels. I don't know if that's 2,000 streaming or that's just 2,000 people all together watching and streaming.
I think what it is people are looking for something other than MMOs.
I think people are just looking for something different all the time, and this was the flavor of the week. And I really,
flavor of the week for sure.
I really truly believe. I mean, I'm going to keep playing.
I'll play it for a little while too.
I really think that they were not expecting the people that rushed to it like they did, and it's not just like every day. It's these people that have millions of viewers on their YouTube channel. It's people that have thousands and thousands of people that sit in their stream, just said, whoop, we're going to play this, and they were like,
everybody followed
holy
them.
shit.
Yep. Well, that's just it.
We're not expecting
that's just it. You get people that have a good following, let's say on YouTube or some other site similar, and they say, you know what, I'm going to try this SimCity out. It looks really interesting. They're thousands of people listening to, or hundreds of people, or millions of people listening to, or go, oh my god, so and so is gonna play SimCity. I gotta go buy it. So they run in and go buy it, and then it's like, and so I mean,
they should have took what SWOTOR did.
I don't even remember you saying anything about the SimCity beta. I mean, that's how it went in one ear and out the other.
However, it's like, oh, who's gonna play that?
However, one of the people that I follow and I trust, and it's not Felicia, by the way, but I trust her judgment on games. She's a gamer, and she knows a lot of things. She says, hey, I'm downloaded the new SimCity, I'm checking it out, I'm having a lot of fun. So that's why when I went and saw it, I was like, here, I'll give it a shot. She's saying she's having fun, well, I'll give it a shot, and I used to play it a long time ago. And so again, I think that's what it is you get people that are known in the internet world, and they say, I'm going to go play Pigs in a Blanket, and Pigs in a Blanket goes through the roof.
If you look at the sales...
Hold on. I just had to point out how great a comment that was. Who the hell would have think of a game called Pigs in a Blanket?
There's probably a Steam indie game like that.
Come on, it probably is.
Let's go play Pigs in a Blanket.
Talking about Minecraft, if you look at what, like, in the beginning, Yodcast did for Minecraft, the guy Notch has to owe all his money. I mean, not to the fact. I mean, he does make a great game. I love Minecraft, but 95%, I say, a bunch of that fucking sales is from YouTube, and the fact that Simon and Lewis from Yodcast pushed that game to the point that everybody has it and everybody plays it at one point or another. You have it and you have played it. I'm saying everybody has it and everybody has played it at one time.
Right.
It's super cheap. It's $20, whatever. You get it, you play it for a little bit, and then you stop playing it.
Or you keep playing it. Yeah.
Because of YouTube and the viewers, like you're saying, pushed Minecraft to where it was at. They should now, when they look at things, they should integrate thinking, how is this game going to affect YouTube? And like when
social media
Magica, when Magica came out, it was this kind of goofy game. You type in the codes and you make your magic spells. When Total Biscuit and Yodcast, when those two fucking powerhouses came together to play that game, that fucking game blew the fuck up. There is so much DSL for that game. And a lot of it, I really truly believe, is it's a good game, but when you have the 3 top people on YouTube who play games and people really like are playing it, then everybody wants to play it.
Yep.
Because they want to play with them, or they just want to because they enjoy the game watch so much.
Oh, yeah.
So that should be they should have done what SimCity done is open 1 billion servers
and then shrink it down. Yeah.
And then shrink it down.
Yeah,
EA should have learned from that mistake.
Well, they have. What?
Wait, they did. That's why they didn't open as many servers.
But they should, yeah.
Well, that's where Elder Scrolls is expecting a huge thing. So that's why they've got the master.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
They've got those super Uber servers that they're trying to test out, which I'm hoping that someday they get a beta fucking out so that we can test those Uber servers of theirs.
Are they going to do major servers like SOTOR and then screw themselves in the end?
They're doing a mega server.
Oh, so they're going to do a Guild Wars.
You're going to be all on one server, and it's going to be phased somehow.
Well, it's going to be phased based on your game
your
style.
Your guild, your friends, and everything else,
That's why Guild Wars is you just choose the region. Like, it's one server, but you can, like when you go on the fleet in SOTOR, like, oh, okay, well, Fleet 7's full, so let's all meet on Fleet 10, or whatever the option is.
Yeah.
So, a couple of quick notes as far as what I'm finding, because while you guys are talking, I haven't played the game, so I figured I'd go to Reddit.
This is what it's like
World of Tanks,
Probably the first week, and then Kevin came back with yes, I love World of Tanks. Holy shit, guys, thanks.
I still play it.
But no, I was checking it out, and there's the SimCity Reddit. Somebody put a fantabulous link on here. It's actually a troll link, but it's funny nonetheless. It's Tolman.com link. It says, free version of SimCity 2013 created, save $60. And if you go and read through the comments, some of them are really funny. We're like, oh, man, thanks. I was debating to spending the money, blah, blah, blah. Well, when you click on it, it's a troll link. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this on Reddit, but if you guys playing the game have seen it, it's just a little plaster of SimCity's background pictures or some, or game art. Yeah. And it says, SimCity server busy. Your server is still experiencing high volume. You are now in queue. The play button will appear when space is available. Attempting to join 29 minutes, and it just keeps counting down.
I'm going to leave this going while we're recording.
The greatest troll ever.
Let's see what happens.
And we had a chime in from one of our old friends. She said on my post, said, LOL, name in progress, SimCity server is something I tweeted while we were doing the show. And one of our old friends said, don't even get me started on SimCity servers. It took me 3 freaking days to even get on a server.
Well, now they're just adding servers left and right. So.
Yeah. And I logged on today, and it was like I had 2 updates. So
yeah. But I mean, the cool thing is there's a large community on Reddit that people need to check out. Just because They've set up Reddits for strategies on SimCity. People who are looking to do a co-op online. So if you're, playing by yourself, you don't really have anybody, but you really would like to. There's a /r/SimCity co-op that would be really cool to be able to let you guys get into.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying going through this. I just love Reddit. I just love going through Reddit and just reading it.
Yeah.
I'll spend hours. I mean, literally, my iPad has just become a fucking... I'll watch a YouTube video every once in a while, but when it's not on that, it's on fucking Reddit on nonstop. I want to make sure it's not on a weird subreddit that I like to do, like Confused Boner. That's a good...
Confused Boner. Yeah, I've had a few of those before.
Yeah.
It's a trap! Oh.
Yeah. So basically, it becomes a pure fucking my Reddit tablet. Is all this has become.
The Reddit tablet.
Yeah.
You should get the Reddit icon and just stick it on the back of your tablet.
I would, but I have an OtterBox, and I don't ever take my fucking iPad anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't take my iPad anywhere.
Slap that microphone, bitch.
I don't take my iPad anywhere because I don't want it to get stolen or dropped, so it just sits in my house.
And there was the other question you had, Kevin, that you were going to bring into the show this week.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've been going for a while, but I want to talk about level of, and get your guys' opinion on does it make you a better gamer in the sense of how you play the game? And the reason I was thinking about this was Skyrim is coming out with a new patch where they're adding legendary setting to the game. Okay. And it started to make me think, now, I want to play this on Legendary, not for any reason, but just for the hell of it. But I always thought it was funny. Is like I remember sitting in the old VTW server or in the vent, and people would talk about, oh, well, did you play it on hardcore mode? Like, no, why would I do that? It's like, oh, well, then you're not truly experiencing the game if you play it on super hard. And it's like, well, that doesn't make me less of a gamer or somebody that plays game because I didn't play it on the hardest settings. And I have seen that a lot. I get that a lot from a lot of people. Even when I was doing I still kind of am. I just haven't done it in a couple months. When I'm playing my Deus Ex Revolution, going through not trying to kill anybody, I'm playing it on normal. But everybody's like, why play it on normal? Play it on hard. So you got real balls. I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? I'm already making it harder on myself by not killing anybody in the game. Why do I need to up the difficulty to make it better? So, do you guys think that playing a game of this thing makes it better, or where it makes you? Do you think that? Like, if somebody said, "Hey, I beat this game and I beat it on easy," do you look down upon somebody who beat it on easy compared to you beating it?
No,
I told you the other night I tried to play Deus Ex because everybody's telling me, "Oh, Deus Ex, fucking awesome game! It's the greatest game ever." Every little change in the environment makes your world so much stranger and makes the story twists and turns and blah blah blah. You gotta work harder and shit. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not big on first-person shooter-based games, or I'm not used to games like Deus Ex, right? Mm-hmm. So I go in and I say, well, I'm somewhat familiar with the shooters, but I really want to get into the storyline. So I choose the second to easiest mode because I'm fairly competent with the shooters.
And they even tell you when you choose the mode. If you want to enjoy the game and still have fun, choose normal.
Right. And I got in there and I couldn't fucking get through the fucking training zone. Like, they were just teaching. I was just getting into the building. Yeah, that's how bad it was, Kev. And, I was like, okay, well, this is fucking shit. And, I mean, I kept going back and trying, but I'd hide behind desks and get shot through the desk. And, in some games it does really help me out to be able to just enjoy the game. And if I beat the game or if I get all the way through it, to go back through on another difficulty. Mm-hmm. But having it artificially set to where... trying to say that there should only be one setting and it should be hardest of hardcore. I'm an MMO player. I'm a multiplayer an online multiplayer shooter. I don't really want to get into a game where the AI outsmarts me 9 times out of 10. I'd like a challenge, but I'd rather not get my ass whooped. Yeah. And I don't think anybody else should be held accountable.
Well, that's just. I mean, if you're going to play a game for the first time and you're not a professional gamer, you're going to want to start out on an easier mode, start out slow. I mean, if it was all about only being super hard and super challenging for everybody that plays, then MMOs would have no level. You'd start at uber hard, and nobody would fucking play.
Secret World.
Right. So so you have to start at a level to where you can grow into it. Now, if you finish a game, let's say it's just a non-online game, it's like a Xbox or console game, and you've got your easy mode, hard mode, fucking ridiculous mode, and you start out on easy mode and you go through it and you feel like you've accomplished something, you've learned how to do the battles, you feel that you're confident in the game, and you're happy with that, then great. If you want to go back and try it on medium mode and you're not quite getting it, well, but you don't want to, you're like, okay, fuck it, you know what, I finished the game on easy mode, I'm good. Does that make you less of a gamer? No.
I say
I don't think so at all, because there are certain levels of games. There's certain I can't play a first-person shooter worth a shit. Okay, yeah. I cannot. I mean, I get in there and I get fucking owned. Does it make me less of a gamer? No.
My problem is I can't help but look at everything around the game. Ooh, that looks pretty. What is that?
I can do pretty good, fairly decent at an MMO style behind the characters. Third person. No, without any, with a little tweaking, a little practice, I can do fairly well. But first-person shooter games where I can't track the target, I'm no good at. There's racing games. I installed Dirt here a while back and forgotten how much fun it is and how good I am at race games. Even with keyboard controllers. I'm pretty good at flying games. I can fly the shit out of the plane. Does it mean that somebody behind me can't kill me? No. I think it depends on the level of the person, not the level of the game.
I judge people not so much as that, like the difficulty they set their game at, but like the type of game. Like, if you're like, oh man, I'm an extreme farmer on Farmville, then there's a good chance I'll laugh at you. But if you tell me that you've raised a civilization, or you've played any Sid Meier's game and you've taken yourself from the very beginning of throwing stones and boulders to like, oh, my people have discovered the space age, then I'm going to think that's cool. I mean, just so that we're...
I will say, as much as we don't want to say it, but I think there is a little bias, though, in everybody. If we all played the same 3 games, if we all played Deus Ex together at the same time, and me and you, Dat, we played it on normal, and then Lanyard came and said, oh yeah, that game, that was too easy. I just went through that whole game, and then we're like, well, we're still doing this. He goes, oh, just put that shit on easy, and you go right through it. In a way, I'm going to kind of look down upon somebody who goes to the super easy, because for me, it's not just the game; it's also enjoying everything. So when people are, it's like I was playing Modern Warfare 2 on whatever the hardest difficulty. I mean, I was playing this game for months, trying to just get down a street, because every time I went down this street, I was being killed by like 100 guys. So it's like, clear the house, save the game. Clear the next house, save the game. Clear the house, next game. So then I go to bed, and my nephew, I wake up, and he's like, oh, hey, I beat that whole hard level for you, or that whole, and I was like, well, that kind of sucks. I was having a lot of fun. Turns out, no, he dropped it to super easy, literally just walked, killed everybody. So in my own way, if somebody says to me, oh, yeah, I beat that game, and I did on super easy, and then if I ask, are you going to go back and play it again on hard, and they just give me this, like, why would I do that? I already beat it.
So I think your original question was, does it make him less of a gamer because they play on stuff on easy mode, or in Dad's scenario, because they play Farmville or Bejeweled, does that make them less of a gamer?
But no, but I mean is in general, do you, or just in general, look down upon that people if they want to brag about beating the game?
If they brag about it and they rub it in your face, then that's the only thing you've got.
If you want to brag about it, if you want to brag about it, brag about something that's worthwhile. I mean, I'm happy when if I finish a game on hard or on easy, but I am almost always compelled to go to that next level of gameplay, just because I know.
Like you said, there are times where like I don't where the game will always have an unfair advantage over you. They will always be better and more accurate and more better than you as you're still. So when I was playing Dante's Inferno for the Xbox, I went ahead and bought basically coins to increase my power, because I was like, fuck this, I'm in hell. I just kicked fucking the Grim Reaper's ass and took his sai. Now I've got to fight against fucking the demons of hell. I want a little boost because they got a boost for being the NPC. So, does that mean that I
cheated?
Or cheated? I mean, in a way, no. But in a way, I kind of did because I beat the system by buying my points. But you know,
but
being able to buy the points was already in the system.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but
if you're judging game whether or not someone's a hardcore gamer, I would sooner gauge or judge someone by the amount of time they spend playing. Yeah. I mean, myself, I suck. I put it at the bottom of every one of my YouTube videos. When I live stream, that's at the bottom of there. I know I suck. I'm nowhere near a hardcore gamer. I'll be 35 this year, and my reaction speed is next to dick. But I get in and I have fun. If that's the point, it's if you're in there and you're having fun, then fucking kudos. Yeah. But don't brag about beating any game on easy.
I know. I love my nephew.
unless you're like 5.
Okay.
I was gonna say 7, but those guys kicked my ass in shooters. So
I love my nephew to death. I love him to death. But to get there was a time when he was playing. All he plays is Modern Warfare 3. That's all he plays. And then there was a time where I was like, look, I'm taking this game away from you. You're not. You have to beat. Like I told him, I was like, you have to beat Skyrim for you to get. And I was like, you got to put something. You got to play something else. Experience something else. And he's like, okay. So he put it in the Skyrim, stuck it on super easy, and was just going through shit. And then I was like, never mind. I just took it out and just said, forget it, because I know he's not playing it because he wants to and have fun. But now he's just playing it, and I looked at it as a disgrace to the game because he's literally just said, "Okay, I'll play it, but I'm gonna play it on super easy, and I'm gonna kill one shot everything, and then I'll be back to playing my game." Yeah. So now he just plays Black Ops
I mean, you have to. I think for certain games and most games, you have to enjoy the different difficulties. I mean, if you're not familiar or you're uncomfortable with the game, it does help to lower the settings to get you into it. I mean, I don't even know I honestly don't remember what setting I had it on Skyrim when I started playing.
I didn't know there was a setting.
Yeah.
You choose it very on, and I didn't think about it. I'm like, well, I'm fairly adept, and I like the story, but I'd like some action, so I took the middle one.
Pretty much 95%
it was
of the time
survivable
on normal.
Yeah, it was survivable. It wasn't extremely hard, and it wasn't anywhere near as difficult as I was expecting it to be, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to see the world and enjoy myself,
and still have a little bit of a challenge in there at the same time. Yeah.
But if you're going to be a braggart, then you better have something worth bragging about. Right. Don't.
Yeah. When I go look at your achievement score and I see that you haven't even beaten the game on normal and got the normal achievement.
I mean, if we look at games like Grand Theft Auto, playing it at every level was hard. But how you really judged, well, that's just it though. When you saved your game, the game save was more or less you couldn't unlock achievements.
If you cheated, the game called you a cheater.
Yeah. it would actually say it on
I
screen.
don't care. I'm driving my ice cream truck. Fuck you.
Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of that judging of people of the different things. I was just thinking about this. You remember Duke Nukem? If you did it on super easy, Duke was a baby. If you did it on normal, he was like, oh, okay. And if you did it on little medium, he was like, oh, yeah. And if you did it on hell, he had fire and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and as a gamer, I don't try to judge people based on the level they play. I'm more, in my case, if I judge you, it's based on the type of game. If you're playing something that, to me, doesn't seem like a challenge, it's kind of a joke. I mean, I've got a buddy who consistently talks to me. I think it was about Darksiders or Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, can't wait for that new Dark Souls." And it's not a game I'm into, so I'm just like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." Oh, did you hear Dark Souls are releasing a new map pack? And I'm like, and what? And
they're probably the same way when you go off about your first-person shooters.
Sometimes, but we've got common ground with MMOs, so.
Oh, there you go. At least you have that.
Which is. Yeah. And that's just like, well, speaking of MMOs, all the raids that have different settings. Now that we have raids where you can go in and enjoy the story mode of them, right? Or you can walk in with a bunch of people and really bash your head against it. Yeah. Yeah. It's more of a choice. It's more of an opportunity. If you go and beat it on that super easy mode, you get a little bit of shitty gear that might be an upgrade, might not be. You go back in, you try it again on a harder mode. Not everybody is a progression guild. Not everybody is a Uber gamer. So for difficulties, it's cool, but don't by all means, do not try to brag about beating anything on fucking easy.
Yeah, I mean, and then look down like, oh, well, I beat that shit. Why can't you? Like,
I mean, I ran into what I will consider at this point one of the hardest games I've ever tried to play, and it's the simplest, stupidest fucking shit on the planet. No, worse, it's Super Hexagon. Definitely Google that one. There are people that have over 900 minutes in it, and or at least I think it's minutes. I can't, or it's probably 900 seconds, but I can't make it over 12 seconds. That's my top time. And it's so simple, it's so basic, but it's a game that requires reaction speed, which I don't have.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be watching it, and the hexagon's going around. It's like bebopping. I might do a video. I don't think I've done a video for that one yet. And it's just bebopping around. You know, I was live streaming it. My nephew was laughing because I was raging the whole time. I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. You know, and then I'd get into the music, you see my head bobbing, and fuck, I'd hit a wall. Okay, I'd do it again. Do, 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 fuck, I hit a wall. Do, 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 fuck, I hit a wall. And it's got 3 difficulty settings and 2 that you can unlock if you beat the first 3. And it's like hard, and it changes the speed, and the music really thumps. It's really nice, and instead of seeing the puzzle, my eyes revert, and I'm thinking it's a bass drum. So I'm like, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh fuck,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, son of a bitch. You know,
I got 12 minutes left on my server countdown for SimCity.
See if it fucking works.
12 minutes. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it depending on the game, I guess difficulty, you know, is a great bragging right. But by no means does it make it a measure of someone's gaming, you know, stance. Now, as far as what they play and where they get to in the game, that's more interesting to me. I want to be able to talk to these people about, like, we had our buddy Brutus, who him and his hardcore guild were trying to take down a boss with like 5 stacks, and that was a really difficult challenge. Does it seem to me cooler than if he takes him down at that rate, as opposed to someone who takes him down at a single rate? Hell yeah, it's definitely cooler. Doesn't mean that person didn't do something that I haven't done, or it hasn't done something that isn't difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're getting close to the end, and I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta get some sleep. So,
I'm glad because that was something I was just thinking about, and I wanted to pass it on. And if you feel that way, leave a comment below and tell us what you think on judging people on the level of gameplay they play. And do you do that yourself?
Yep. And remember, you can follow us on Twitter. All of our faces have Twitter links on the YouTube, but the Twitter, at least you can find the.
Well, I think you can add that now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, but then it was...
Yeah, set it up myself.
Yeah,
I've got my Blogger on there, my Tumblr, my Twitter, my G+.
Good deal.
And all of our podcasts.
Can I tell you something that's a little probably not cool? I see that everybody has all that access stuff, and I don't think it's fair. I liked that it was only for people that were partners who could do all that extra stuff.
Well,
now, I mean, it's cool now that everybody can do it, but I was less like... Oh, now when you go to my channel, you're not seeing something that's partnered. You're seeing just a regular channel like everybody else.
Yeah. So then, of course, our email is it Name in Progress, or are we doing Sith Talk?
We have a Name in Progress at gmail.com. Our name in Progress 1 at gmail.com.
Now, is that all one word? Because I need to know to write it down, or is there hashtags? Okay, cool. Name in Progress, all one word. Name in Progress 1, all in one word at Gmail. And of course our Twitters, and we have Facebook page as well. So like us, follow us, tweet us, and Whitesword.
Lurk us.
What? Dorcas?
Lurk us.
Lurk us.
So I think that's it for the day. For what are you coming up this week, Whitesword? SimCity.
SimCity.
Dat, you gonna give us a show a
I've got a hate machine this week. Or I've got a hate
Dad's
machine.
That's gonna get SimCity too.
Yeah, when someone buys it for me. I'm also looking for a donor so that I can debate whether or not I want to live stream some Pandaria play. So if someone feels like donating me a expansion pack for that, I'll be happy to use the product code. And I've still got like 13 more games to go in my 30 days. So.
Nice.
And if you go to my channel on YouTube, you can actually get a direct link to my Twitch account.
Right, and if you click on his face, it'll bring you straight to his channel.
Yep.
So I'm going to be doing some SimCity. I'm going to see if I can't finish up maxing out my free-to-play World of Warcraft Suiza, although I just got an email asking me to come back to Blizzard for 7 days for free. So
I've got 2 of them.
yeah, and then I've also got to work a little bit on Narconia on SWTOR, so I'm going to have a busy week as well. And Walking Dead is on tomorrow night, so be watching that. That's it for me, guys. Let's wrap it up.
Everybody have a nice day.
Chops are waiting.
Akamagash.
See you later.
All right. I don't know. We'll see.
You're watching White Sword TV.